Hello everybody, and welcome to another quick video. Now you find us today in the middle of the first name store of the year. Yeah, it's a bit blowy, it's been incredibly wet, but just for fun, I've actually bought the cheapest camera that I could find on MPB, which is a Lumix G10. Paired it with the cheapest lens I could find that would suit it as well, which is the 14 to 42 mega IOS. Seems to be the kit that it came with originally, so the whole lot cost 95 quid all in, so we're under 100 quid, and the challenge for today is, with this little tiny camera with 12 megapixels, can I get a shot off in the middle of a storm and print it? So, a few bits and bobs dotted around. Basically I've got to run, gun and come back because it's so windy it's untrue. So we'll see what sort of shots I can get, and we'll pick one as we'll go to print with it. But let's have a bit of a go, see what sort of things crop up. So the idea of buying this sort of super cheapo setup was just a bit of a challenge really. It was cheap enough to have a bit of a play with, and I thought, right, if I grab hold of the cheapest I can find, we'll just see if the megapixels count. Like I say, it's 12.1 megapixel, Micro Four Thirds sensor. It should give me a reasonable result. I'm not expecting like studio quality results from the lens on it, because it is just the cheap kit lens, but normally they're fairly sharp, so I'm hoping that was going to work for us okay. Like I said, managed to grab the shot back there. Literally it was a run and gun. I don't know whether it's going to work properly or not until we get back home, but I think there's a chance that's actually going to work out okay. The composition I think kind of worked okay. Basically I was shooting through two trees directly into the wind essentially, but there was a beautiful shaft of light coming down across Borrowdale, so I think that's going to work okay. Like I say, at the minute we're ducked into the tree, so a little bit of shelter, but it is so windy it's untrue. Not entirely sure what I was thinking coming out of this, but it might just work, and it'll give us a nice dynamic image that can get to print and have a go on it. So take a few more shots while we're in the woods here now, so there'll be a few shots up now, and then we're going to head back and get this printed. Now, as kind of should have expected, when we actually sort of finished sort of wrapping up with the video and sort of took the camera away so it didn't get wet, all hell broke loose essentially, and I got some of the best shots I've got down there to really sort of portray sort of what the sort of basically the weather was doing. It was so brutal there. So I've actually, rather than sort of the shot that I originally took, I've picked another one, which is this, which is basically Derwent oil and actually a bit of a tornado forming across the water. Absolutely stunning conditions. Never experienced anything like it in my life. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, I've actually sort of done the print on that. Basically I'm blown away with what this little camera has been able to do. Yes, the dynamic range isn't astounding, and there was a lot of dynamic range going on that day. But yeah, for what it's cost and what you can do with it, it's really, really good. I mean, it's the sort of thing possibly, if you delve a little bit through it, if you bracket stuff out, you get around the dynamic range, not a problem. Really, really nice little camera. It's taken a little bit of getting used to, because I'm used to the Olympus and omsystem setups, which makes it a lot easier for me to actually just go between those cameras. Whereas the Lumix side, yeah, the menus and the buttons are quite different. I kept on finding myself actually adjusting the white balance by mistake, so it was just on one of the buttons. Just basically me getting used to the camera, that's all that was. But yeah, really impressed with it. And well, as you can see, the print is absolutely astounding. Yes, we've not got the biggest printer in the world, as I do A3 Plus. I've done A3 print. It's on very high quality paper as well, which does make a bit of a difference. But yeah, absolutely stunning day. And well, basically it took me 3 days to get over it, because I actually sort of, from the battering I took from the wind, I was sort of bruised from it. It was that intense. I think the recorded sort of high wind speed there was 65 mile an hour. And yeah, you knew about it when that hit you. But it's the first time I've actually seen that level of sort of wind coming down through Borrowdale and across, and actually just lifting the water up off the surface. Absolutely amazing. Never seen anything like it before, but yeah, what an experience. And what a great little camera. Just shows that sort of, with what you've got available, really, really cheap, you can still go out and get some cracking shots with it and print them at decent quality as well. Would this stand up to something like an A2 print? Yeah, I think it would. I don't think there'd be a problem with it. There's a big myth, but really you need like stupid megapixels to get anything bigger than like an A4 print. That's not the case at all. I mean, most printers these days, you probably push about 600 to 800 dpi on there. You sort of reference that across. Your maximum sort of resolution on A2 print, you're probably looking around about 7 megapixels. There's not sort of a lot that you need to worry about as far as megapixels go. As long as you've exposed right and you've got the details right, the print will look astounding. Yeah, it's just one of those things. If you've not got a printer, there are a lot of places around, like, you can actually do sort of short runs and get them put on canvas and stuff like that. You don't have to sort of go out and shell out for a printer to get your own work printed out. I mean, I've done some recent stuff that I will be printing out as well. Like I said, we don't print enough. It's something I'm going to change this year as well, and sort of move across into the new year, do a lot more printing, just because it's something tangible. It's something that, rather than sort of just seeing it on a screen and just sharing it on social media, you've got something that you've got physically in your hand, and you can say, yeah, I've taken that, that's quite nice, and you can sort of get it put up on a wall if you really wanted to. But yeah, very impressed, and certainly if you're considering sort of moving into sort of this sort of realm of sort of the cheaper camera, yeah, I'd definitely recommend sort of having a look at some of the early Lumix stuff, because yeah, it's still very, very good, definitely. But I'll leave the video here for now. A few more shots from the day now. You'll actually see sort of as it sort of develops through the shots that we're taking. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, please do give us a big thumbs up. Hitting that like button really does help the channel out, and it sort of basically just helps YouTube put the content out to other people, so it just helps things grow a bit. If you really liked it, hit subscribe, and well, from what has been quite an experience, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Take care.
Hey, you couldn't see it coming. You might have thought it, but you couldn't change it. Hey, it's not right or wrong. It's about trying.